Welcome to the General's Gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome to a 0 hour cast. It is we're stepping toes over the line of the World Series and into games that are occurring around the same time.
This was from the replay of the week, so it's going to be a good game. And we promise we're not trolling you, because the play here at the north is south, is called Brutal Army. It's actually Dominator, so it's the opposite of our April Fool's video where we called them players, Rage and Size, but they were actually Brutal Armies. But this time they're actually players with a name, Brutal Army. So bit of a jest there, I think, from the likes of Dominator, who will be our GLA.
Stealth, right?
GLA Stealth, yep.
And Size will be spawning in as our China tank, I believe.
And Plusive and, oh god, Zigralox will be our observers. Shout out to Plusive, one of our Patreon backers, actually.
Hey.
Mad Dog. I played with him online a while ago. Kind of got wrecked, though.
You kind of got wrecked?
I kind of got wrecked,
Yeah.
He's actually he's one of those people that actually plays this game regularly.
What?
Yeah.
Ridiculous. We're too busy commentating it and crushing Workers Machine, as it would be. So that's already one tunnel deny, so good play coming out from Size. It looks like he's going to keep on going.
Whoa, that was a close one. The terrorist, if there was a really sick force fire, may have killed the Gatling tank there. So this is a really long distance truck. Look how far the truck actually went. Got the tunnel deny, which is very important. And trying to crush the workers down. Technical couldn't quite get it in time. Oh man, that's 2 workers down. Probably more of them. Nice dodging though from Dominator.
Yeah, good play. He did the scaffold block. It's like, it's next level. It's like doing the drone into Vespene gas, like assimilator, like the drone into assimilator trick in StarCraft 2, so you don't lose a drone, or droning into like a spine crawler or something, and cancelling it. That was a scaffold cancel there from Dominator. So he started a scaffold of just a barracks or something to wall in, and then he just cancelled it. And there's no opportunity, there's no cost at all for that. You just start it, lose a bit of cash, and then you can just cancel it for a full refund.
Apart from the capital,
yes,
you can't take that money and invest it in something. But we are not playing Off-World Trading Company. We are playing 0 hour, capital, debt, these concepts. Imagine if you could buy into debt. You go, man, I really need some Battle Masters right now.
Yeah.
And you go into debt, and you have to pay it off over time.
But who are you going to borrow money off? The hackers or something?
Oh,
or just
Inclusive and who, the other guy.
Okay, yeah.
I mean, they have a bit of money they're looking to invest, I think. Zigliglov.
It's like, do I think you're going to invest the Battle Masters well? It's like, well, your opponent has a lot of RPGs. Like, what do you think my return is here? Like, probably not very good. So, yeah.
Or maybe it'll be equity, where he then he gets 10% of the cash bounty.
Ah, that's not too bad. That's a good deal.
That
yeah.
Brutal Army gets for him, Dominator. So that was a rebel bike looking for the oil cap, but was denied here. At the same time, double oil deny for Size. He's got a Gatling tank and an outpost there with the reveal. So alas, no oil here for Dominator, who's also gone for a middle supply. Will be revealed though, and there's a Dragon tank in position, so Size is having none of this. Very, very well played here from Size. Has a pretty big army as well. He has a lot of Gatling tanks. He has outposts. He's got Dragon tanks. It's going to be hard for the GLA Stealth, who only has the quads in the RPGs. Hijackers are, of course, an option, but with this many outposts, Size has all the detection he needs.
Yeah, this is looking pretty dangerous. It's going to be hard for Dominator to find a good engagement. With 3 rolling Dragon tanks, it's so hard to deal with because they can obviously drive through each other's firewalls. At what point are you going to pop if you don't have a second line of tunnel networks? Which is, there's never really a good opportunity to pop. There are always flames in the way. I'd like to see, I mean, to see something happen though, otherwise, yeah, Dominator's just going to try and snipe them.
At least he gets a bit of Gatling tank. Oh, Gatling tank. Okay.
It's a bit of a misplay.
The thing is though, the quads can hit and run. They can do some damage and then pop back in the tunnel to heal themselves.
Yeah.
Dragon tank, however, cannot do the same unless there's a propaganda tower, which is not an option yet without the propaganda center. There goes the Dragon tank, so well played here by Dominator. But at the same time, this wall of fire, quite literally the fire wall, is buying time for the force supply from Size, who still is denying the oil.
See, I thought Size was just busy microing somewhere else, but this is actually the strat. The strat is just keep fire in the middle and then just mine behind it with double supply truck on each of these supplies, on 4 supply. It's an interesting choice. Sneaky tunnel, though.
The garrisons have been destroyed in the left side here. It's going to be a little bit harder for Size to defend his trucks. So he's going for this garrison as well. He wants to prevent the RPGs from getting in there. Trying to push through his Dominator, but still mining.
I'm loving the strat machine. This is amazing. So it would seem Dominator wants to try and pull back some of this investment, the money that is put into the capture upgrade. So he's going to be forcing his way onto this oil derrick on the bottom left.
Going for the bunker there. Has a fair bit of quads. He still has a scout post. Propaganda center is completed. And building a barracks for the Lotus.
The Mantenna going to get down here as well. I'm not sure if these supplies managed to pay themselves off. They probably did just, but...
Still mining.
Oh, they are still mining. You're right, Machine. It is non-stop.
Palace for Dominator has the arms black market here as well. Going for the oil cap. Gatling tanks are nearby to deny it. It's going to be a close one, but he does decide to move his rebel away, trying to hide it, but won't work with the outpost there ready to go.
Detection is already in the area, Machine. This army is going to be forcing its way through. The scout post definitely helping out there.
I reckon it's worth Size getting the black napalm, considering he has a lot of dragon tanks and he has a fair bit of cash as well. Battle Bus going to do some great damage here against all these tanks. Has a Battle Master mix in. Doesn't actually have the Veterancy upgrade though. Pops out of the tunnel. Battle Bus flanks around the side. He's going to get all this army, I think, not being focused in time. Looking to finish off the tunnel is Size, and he will get it too, at the cost of a lot of his units.
Yeah, Battle Bus goes absolutely insane there. However, I think there's a scout post still in the area, Machine. It's a different one. However, Size still has vision on that area. Nice play. Another big push in the middle. Size has a real love for dragon tanks.
Who doesn't?
I mean, they are a nice unit, but not the best counter to Battle Bus.
That's true. Oh, MiGs,
MiGs,
nice.
however, are. They certainly are.
Definitely would benefit from black napalm at this rate. 2 MiGs is all you need to immobilize the Battle Bus, and no, he survives. It's very well played here. We haven't seen any use of the Propaganda Center apart from the Lotus, which has now capped the oil derrick. Not sure what the Lotus is up to. That's a Lotus here, actually, going for the other oil. There's a Rebel bike, and the tunnel will reveal the Lotus. Maybe we'll finish just in time for the Lotus get gunned down. Oh, Size obviously not watching this Lotus. Does get taken out here.
Certainly a bit of a misplay. Yeah, Tunnel Network finishing in the nick of time there, Machine. And RPGs managed to actually evacuate from the Battle Bus, and this is really intelligent. They've split up. It's going to be hard for the MiGs to take them all out unless we see some shell splitting.
Oh, that one didn't even fire, I don't think. I think maybe Size didn't micro his stop right, but he will lose the supply. However, a truck spawns for some crushes. Gatling tanks there as well. Meanwhile, in the middle is a pretty big push, but the Battle Boss is going to be delaying the dragon tanks, but there's still 3 of them going straight for the palace, I think. There's a Jarman there, waiting for his snipe. Hasn't sniped, just... He didn't Jarman snipe. Okay. And as a result, he may lose the tunnel. Loses a quad, 2 quads. Dragon tank is fully heroic. Gets the palace. Jarman will get the snipe now.
Jarman should snipe this just in time, Machine. Will the palace go down? I think it's going to survive. Yeah, so I was on about a quarter of health, but there's the arty strike coming in, and it could be enough to finish off the palace. Worker's repairing, though. We already see the worker pull from Dominator. He wants to try and save this palace.
If it's level... No, he's going for the supplies, or the arms dealer.
Wow.
Nice. He probably thought it was going to be for the palace. So we have a bit of MiGs as well.
Looks like the oil is going to be denied here again if the MiGs are paying attention, Machine.
You can probably just kill it with a Firestorm with Black Napalm. Going for the supplies instead. Gets the Firestorm, so we'll destroy that. And the work is very effective follow-up there, but actually, no, it survives.
we saw the upgrade finish just in time there, Machine. I'm not sure if that paid much difference, but the barricades went down just as the firestorm hit, and before the tunnel was taken down to the hole, so that could potentially have saved the supply there.
What is this dragon tank firewalling? What are you doing, bro?
It's for aesthetic, Machine. If the whole area is on fire, it looks better if just a small portion of it is.
I mean, I appreciate the great thumbnail.
Yeah.
It's rare that I have a solid idea or video thumbnail before the game's even finished, but... Oh, Jarman gets the dragon tank. We'll get a couple RPGs in the process. No, what, they all survive? Very, very close to dying there, but that's gonna be, what, 2 dragon tanks now that Dominator will have? He should already have one of them.
It really hasn't lost too much, Machine, other than a few workers, and wow, yeah, Dragon Tank ends up being denied. That was well played.
Denied.
Good play from Size. Making sure that one doesn't go over to Dominator. Jarman chilling off to the side here. Pretty big Gat army.
I can't think of a game that actually says denied.
I don't know, I'll think on it.
Because they don't
sure
say it in
one.
Unreal Tournament, unfortunately.
No.
Let's see if he can actually recrew this. He has an RPG there, so he can recrew that Gatling tank. And Mixstrike's going to be trying to destroy these tunnels. Lotus looking for the oil cap, but Lotus lost to this tunnel before, so a little bit wary now, capping over the cliff.
Fairly safe oil cap, and a nice play from Size, taking out the tunnel network and keeping constant aggression on. So probably another scout post here. It's Size has the most vision we've probably ever seen for a China in terms of his map coverage.
It's one thing that Size has been doing constantly is denying the tunnels. But then Dominator's been defending very cost efficiently because he's been quite far behind in supplies. Has a couple of black markets though, and no signs of any hackers. Very expensive as trying to tank, and when he has a middle supplies, you don't really need to invest them just yet. Gatling tanks, however, not very effective against buildings. Doesn't have the chain gun upgrade either. A lot of cash here for Size.
Battle Bus is very deadly, using this Jarman quite nicely, sniping down the individual Gats as well as providing a bit of safe passage for these Battle Bus. I'm not sure why chain guns isn't done yet for Size. He really needs chain guns.
Looking for the Gatling tanks is the worker. Goes to the radar van. That's so annoying.
Yeah. Even worth losing the MiG there because it gives Lotus so much freedom of action outside of the range of the tunnel networks.
When I play GLA and I lose my radar van, I go on tilt. I might as well just surrender now. I can't use my radar.
Yeah.
It's just too much of a handicap.
Hey, that's a different Dragon Tank Machine.
How's the black napalm upgrade?
You traitor.
Wait. It doesn't have the icon for the upgrade, yet it has the upgrade.
It fires Black Napalm.
Yeah, so it must apply to the model individually. The entity, if we're to use terms from the Company of Heroes 2 mod builder, which I've been doing a lot of lately. I'm making a mod for Code 2. It's pretty good.
Feeling that mod, Machine. So look, Size is playing this very well, and Dominator's in some serious trouble. He hasn't been mining from the middle supplies. They are certainly heading towards being mined out now. Dragon Tank managed to deny the supply, that's about it. Dominator is completely reliant on this Battle Bus micro.
MiG's not in position to get this Battle Bus. He needs to have the MiG strike ready to take out the Battle Bus, because this is destroying the entire army of Size, and it should be giving a fair bit of cash bounty as well. Doesn't focus at all. He gets a few RPGs down and maybe some quads, but not too much.
The entire army quite easily cleaned up, Machine.
Dominator having his palace empty. Doesn't get the tunnel either.
Size hasn't been having the best luck when it comes to firing walling down structures. They all seem to survive on virtually nothing. Sounds like an arty strike to me, Machine. A really nice pop again coming out from Dominator. His defense is masterful.
The Gatling tanks on their own just aren't working. He needs to have something else to destroy the Battle Buses, whether it's MiGs, which he has. He just hasn't been using them in conjunction with his Gatling tanks.
There comes the arty strike.
Or if it's an Overlord with a troop crawler for the recrew.
I think that was another radar van going down.
Yeah. Dominator, we're well on tilt now.
Yeah. I'd be super annoyed.
Oh, nice. That's going to be a firestorm.
And that was a Jarman dozer steal as well we saw, Machine. I'm pretty sure. If we look to the middle, there's the power, yeah. So Jarman stole a dozer and actually started building a tunnel network with a dozer. I'm surprised the operator knows what he's doing when it comes to constructing tunnel networks. I mean, the workers know what it's about, but the dozer really should get increased tunnel building time or something.
So destroys the oil derrick, does Dominator, and that's the one near his base. So deciding that it's not worth the risk trying to hold it against a Lotus that can cap it very, very easily. Still just the Gatling tanks. But now we have the MiGs moving in as well.
Yeah. Dominator is not going to be baited into a pop here, which is what Size is after.
Yeah.
Yeah, very, very well played by Dominator here, not popping out of that tunnel network. It was a pretty obvious bait for the MiGs.
I still see no hackers. So he's ran out of all of the northern supplies, and now the supplies are now only available on the south side of the middle, which means it's going to be easier for Dominator to deny them. We have the MiG armor. We have chain guns.
Okay, that's a lot better.
So all of the upgrades are now here. We have worker shoes.
Gotta be happy. The workers are certainly happy about that, as are we, Machine. We're all about those human rights. Oil derrick is also still up for Size. We haven't seen Dominator deal with that, and that could certainly tend towards being called a mistake. Ooh. Because it's a lot of additional income for
a
Size.
tech terror, I think we have in the works. Battle Bus, once again, going to be hunting down these Gatling tanks.
I mean, I'm guessing the tech terrors maybe for a propaganda scent. Probably for the oil, actually, Machine. 4 terrorists, yeah, definitely for the oil.
What was that?
I have no idea.
So I like how Dominator is rebuilding these tunnel networks. He's lost his front line, but he's actually rapidly replacing them. I hear a GPS scrambler.
Not sure what it was on.
Okay, Lotus on the side can get the power plant. That's very important, and the command center as well. He mine
ideal
drops the
cap.
tunnel.
Yeah, it's
Look
smart.
at that.
Gives Lotus plenty of safety here, Machine. However, another tunnel network finishes just in time. Lotus is revealed.
And there's a Gatling tank. So it's going to take the Lotus down. Doesn't even sell the power plant.
Oh, no. That's the second time Lotus has been taken out by a just completed stealth tunnel. It's disappointing.
Well, it was the Gatling tank, wasn't it? Or you mean the detection?
The detection,
okay,
yeah. The tunnel's already coming up just as Lotus tries to cap something. That's the second time it's happened.
But calm nerves there from Dominator. He knows that he can hold the power plant long enough without having to sell it. And that makes a difference where most players will just panic. But also the thing as well is the power plant. If you sell the power plant or if your opponent sells it, it's only $500. So it does not matter at this stage in the game whether or not you sell. It's not like in the early game where it matters a lot, or it's an arms dealer where it's very expensive. It's a power plant, but it makes a very big difference for the GLA production. So I think even if Dominator wasn't sure, it's still worth taking the risk, because if the risk backfires, who cares? $500 isn't a lot of cash. Going for the command center, but man, the Anthrax bomb, ugh. I don't know how soon it is, but if it's soon, then this is going to be disastrous.
And I'm not sure why any of the outposts aren't firing, Machine. I don't think that they can possibly all be scout posts unless we see Helix tech coming out for Size, and we don't.
It's pretty much repairing it as fast as the Gatling tanks are destroying it. It's being repaired by the worker. Going for the battle bus now, and the quads as well here. Where are the MiGs? This composition just isn't working against the battle bus, who's just wrecking face every time. This must be giving so much cash in the terms of cash bounty. We have a couple of ECMs now that weren't in position earlier.
Yeah, Size is mining the middle supplies and then handing it right over to Dominator with a side note saying, "Look, thanks, man. Really appreciated of your gameplay. Would you like some free cash? I built these units. Take some bounty." Might
be worth going a second and a third arms dealer and just spamming MiGs. I
mean, finally, the MiGs are here.
He is tank though. Oh man, the RPG quad pop. Only loses one MiG though. He is tank, so the MiGs are more expensive than the other factions, but I still think it'd be worth going for. Oh, he scrambled a worker for a stealth tunnel. Okay, I hear a Lotus capping the command center. An Arty strike as well. Maybe for the seems like a bit of a waste, but just because the Lotus was so close to the power.
Yeah.
But I guess he was worried about the defense from the tunnel. In which case, maybe Artie striking the tunnel. Wow,
Whoa,
3.
Triple battle bus. Run, size, run. That is not a fight you want to take.
He might pop from the side here. No, in the middle, in fact, he's defending his army. Bit of a split attack from size. The firewall's working pretty well here, and he may get the palace even. But I think sooner or later there should be a counter-attack. Maybe if there's a captured dragon tank, but not sure if there's any left here for Dominator.
eSIMs are also looking for a shutdown to these battle buses. It's not really coming out. A lot of these tunnel networks are now being denied. Dominator is slowly but surely running out of options, and this army has come together now for size into one big scary death blob.
Able to cap the black markets is the Lotus, but very close to the radar van and the quads.
Oh, nice.
I think he gets
cap
wind
cancel.
of it.
Yeah, it's a really good cap cancel coming in from Lotus.
Oh. The sneak attack that isn't actually a sneak
It
attack.
pretty much is though. You use one GPS scrambler and now you have unlimited sneak attacks with this stealth work is stealth tunnel. It's undetectable for size unless he has stealth detection in his base.
Until the RPGs spawn out.
Yeah.
That's when you're in for a bad time. Yeah, there's MiGs, but they just land, and there's the sneak attack that isn't actually a sneak attack. Oh, look at how clumped they are. But the MiGs, they already delivered their payload, so they can't do anything.
Yeah.
Going for the command center, so maybe he's worried about a EMP or something, but going for the quads on the airfield, gonna be murdering all these MiGs too close to fire their payload. But there's a huge army in the middle. Size can't defend his base, but neither can Dominator.
You know the mantra though, Machine. You never base race a GLA. Never ever base race a GLA, especially when they have stealth tunnel, especially when they have stealth workers. That makes it even harder to do.
Mind drop might get the Jarman.
Could do. Jarman gets the snipe off. We're gonna see the base of size go down here. He's gonna lose all his production, but this army is huge. I'm not sure he wins here, Machine.
The battle buses can just kite. They can keep kiting out in the open. Oh, the mines get a couple of quads here. So long as the battle buses survive, then Dominator has a fighting chance. But there's just so many units here for size. I don't even know if it'll matter. He gets one of the battle buses down. That's a pretty important win. Is there a dozer though for size? This is important. I don't think so. He has a lot of cash as well. Oh, Anthrax bomb at the south. Wow, that's gonna get a lot of these units. Oh lord, it's gonna be everything, I think.
He buys enough time there. Dominator buys time for the command center to finish off, and the Anthrax bomb does mad, insane damage.
Oh, look where Lotus is. Lotus can't escape. There's tunnels everywhere. Tunnel on the left, tunnel on the right. Might reveal the Lotus.
How's that tunnel not revealing Lotus? It must be so close.
The command center is destroyed though. We're gonna have a very close game on our hands, but I think it will just be all of the buildings destroyed. And even if it was a big engagement, so long as there's tunnels for the sneak...
There we go.
So long as there's tunnels for the battle buses to jump in and out of, they can keep healing themselves.
They certainly can, but Lotus is starting to deny all of the buildings here, all of the structures. That's another black market down.
Builds a black market in the base of size. Yeah. That's humiliating.
I think building the command center is the ultimate.
Yeah, he is. He's building a command. He should have built it here, though. That would have been maximum swag points.
Easily 10 general statement swag points if you build a command center where your opponent's command center was.
Hey, the cap completed.
Oh, wow. Okay, so that's actually getting income for size here.
I still don't think size has much of a chance.
No, and this army can't win against double battle bus either, Machine. Which is currently, I'm guessing, inside of the tunnel networks. I'm not sure where the army is, actually. Must be inside the tunnel networks, waiting to defend.
Because you can disable a battle bus, but it'll still fire the rockets. He only has a Gatling tank, some trucks.
There's the tunnel pop.
Yeah, there it is. Look at that. There's a Jarman still. There's a vetted quad, with two vetted quads. GG. I mean, it was the Anthrax bomb that made the real difference, though. But even then, I still feel like the fact that there were tunnel networks all over the map, and there wasn't... I guess there was ECMs, so the ECMs could have disabled the battle buses, and then you just focus them down in time, but a very, very great game here. Well played by Dominator. I feel like Size, he did really well early game, having so much income, and he denied the tunnels constantly, but I feel like maybe his composition wasn't the best choice. Too many Gatling tanks and too many outposts, which could have worked if his MiG strikes were a little bit more synergized, but he definitely, I think, should have gone, if he was going that play style, gone for a second and a third AF field and just spam MiGs.
More MiGs,
half the ground army and double their MiGs.
The MiGs had to be in the area to respond to those battle bus attacks. That's the short of it. The MiGs had to be in the area, and they weren't. The composition would have been fine if Size had a way to deal with the battle bus, and he did. He just didn't have the MiGs there at the time. And individual battle bus slaughtered 2 entire armies from Size.
Multiple times.
Yeah.
And the alternative playstyle is if you go Overlord, Troop Crawler, ECM kind of mix, which it's a bit harder to pull off because you're just so vulnerable. It's really easy for it to backfire completely. But yeah, the battle bus was just wrecking Size's army over and over again, which was nice to see. Well played by Dominator, but unfortunately, Size just lost too many units. And the interesting thing is look at the supplies collected here. 117,000 for Size, and Dominator having 100,000. And that was Size having the 2 supplies.
And an oil derrick.
And the oils.
Yeah.
So the cash bounty obviously making a huge difference in that situation.
Yeah, obviously, you have to factor in the black markets as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that the cash bounty would have made an insane amount of money for Size during that game.
Yeah, speaking of making an insane amount of money, that's what we hope to do on our Patreon, so we can continue making videos full-time, as well as doing reviews and making some mods and doing some cool things like that. We have big plans for the future of General Gentleman HQ. So if you do want to support the channel and keep us doing our thing, then please do consider a backing on Patreon. All of the funds go towards strippers and cocaine.
Yeah,
so full disclaimer,
both very important.
Yeah, we spend it all on my drug addiction.
Yeah.
No, Kappa. Yeah.
Thank you for joining us, ladies and gentlemen.
probably a video on YouTube of someone firing the super weapon. But yeah, that was an interesting game. A bit too much Scorpion spam though. I think if teching was available sooner, you would have a bit more interesting unit variety being mixed in. But it just takes too long. 15-20 minutes to tech up is just too long, I think. But either way, Contra was a bunch of fun, and I hope more players will give it a go. I will leave a link for it in the description, as well as the Discord room where you can find other Contra players and verse them and get some good gamers, and send me some replays if they're a good match. Get casted. So anyway, thanks for watching. I will see you next time, and follow us on Facebook and Twitter to keep up with our videos and streams and such. The link for that is in the description. Cheers.